Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me here. My name is Charity, and this message is for Gemini. So in this reading, we are going to look at what is coming up for you in love. For you singles, it could be somebody completely new. For those of you that have somebody on your mind that you're curious about, could be looking into that energy too. It's a potential connection, and we are going to go ahead and ask kind of where you're at, who you're attracting in, and where that connection could be going. I'm going to use the Mystical Manga Tarot for the main cards of the reading, and then for clarifiers, I have the Light Seers Tarot. This is a very new reading. I shared it earlier this week, kind of tested it out on Patreon, then we all talked about what we liked about it and kind of changed a few little things, and now I am bringing it to all of you. So far, I did Aries and Taurus yesterday. People seem to be liking the bonus reading, and I do plan to still do those you and them readings for June next after this. This is an extra reading. If it goes over well, then I will be doing 3 readings for each sign every month instead of just 2. So let me know how it speaks to you, if you like it. And as I said, it's a new message, so I'm still getting the feel for it, so just be patient with me as we look into this energy of what could be coming up for you in the future in love. And the first question is how you are feeling about yourself, about love, about the overall energies of what could be coming towards you. And I have to say the Empress just jumped out. And I don't know if you could really see the way the energy flew out, but I feel like for some of you Geminis, you definitely have that sense like, you know who you are. You know what it is that you want. You're ready. You're ready for something beautiful, something expansive, something that feels like this could really be it. Taurus and Venus energy could be significant. Taurus and Libra energy, because it's ruled by the planet Venus, could be significant here. But this is, for me, the Emperor, Empress, lovers in a reading, if you watch my readings, it is that kind of connection that once you meet that person, everything's a little bit different. Can be a strong soul connection, can be somebody that you're meant to meet, and really my readings speak to that a lot. You could have somebody on your mind that you feel this way about, that you feel could absolutely be this person, or you could just be like in such a good space, and if you aren't feeling that way right now, could be coming up a little bit in the near future, in such a good space that you know you're ready to attract something that's right, something that's lasting. It's a beautiful energy just to jump out from the start. And that is, your attitude towards love in the near future. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier around that. Spirit, why do we have the Empress here for how Gemini is feeling about love and a potential connection right now? My goodness. Okay, look at this. I can't even believe this. Empress again on the bottom of the deck. I feel like there is just such a beautiful energy of knowing who you are, what you want, where you're headed, the kind of connection that you are ready for. Look what you have clarifying this Empress energy, the Devil card. Capricorn energy could be significant for some of you, strong in your chart, or maybe somebody who is connected to or coming towards you. But I feel like we've got the Empress here twice, and the Devil energy sitting right kind of in the middle of that. And look at this. On the bottom of the deck, when I took off that Empress, we have the Strength card. Leo energy could be significant. I almost feel like it is the energy of having the strength to recognize what is right, what is good, what is yours, and what is not. I feel like you are in a place where it's like you're done playing games, you're done with the toxic stuff, you're done with codependent connections, relationships that, just are ruled by frustration and fear and doubt. You're done with maybe toxic people or anybody with any kind of addictive behaviors, things like that, because we have the Empress here, and that is holding space for something that is right. And this is the energy really of having the strength to call in something that's a match and walk away from something that's not. I feel like with these cards, the way we're kind of leading in, it's like I know what I do want and I know what I don't want. All that being said, I do feel like the Devil energy is an energy of a connection that could have some real heat to it, some real excitement, some real depth. You know, if we're looking at the positive aspects of this, something that, you know, I don't know, almost like falling in love to the point where you just feel like a little obsessed, you know, like you can't stop thinking about this person. And I feel that. I mean, if this was paired with something really negative, I would see it differently, but it's paired with one of the most positive cards in the tarot. So I'm really seeing this as, you know, you're ready for some heat, you're ready for some fun, you're ready for something that's really intense, but nothing toxic. It's got to be right. So definitely could be that energy. Like, I love that. I feel like when you really fall head over heels for someone, you can't help obsessing a little bit. And the heat and the chemistry, it can be so intense. And I feel like that in a love reading when you get, you know, a devil energy, you know, aspected a little more positively. But I feel like you're holding space and you know what you want. So who is coming towards you? What is their general disposition? What is their outlook towards love? Who is coming towards Gemini? Tower energy. Oh my goodness. We've got a Hermit on the bottom of the deck. Aries, Scorpio energy here with the Tower. We've got the Hermit. Okay, you guys might be dealing with somebody who recently went through a breakup, released a karmic experience, or is working through processing, releasing something, because with this Hermit on the bottom of the deck, this could be somebody taking a little time to be in their own energy, to think, to process, to be, you know, on their own a little bit because they've dealt with some sort of shakeup here. Now, I love this Tower because do you see how the people are like falling together in this image? And I feel like whenever, you know, I probably have like 20 different tarot decks, maybe more. I'm working my way on Patreon trying to use a bunch of like new ones and different ones I haven't used as much. So it's been a lot of fun. And in my personal readings, I do a lot of different ones, but I feel like each set of cards I'm guided to take, there's a reason for the imagery on it in a reading. And the traditional Tower, it's two people kind of falling in two different directions. With this Tower energy, this is two people getting closer. After a shakeup, after a challenge, after a difficulty, they're drawn to one another. You know, you could even be meeting somebody who, if they're getting over somebody or you're getting over somebody, something like that, or you've gone through some sort of big challenge, change, or move, or shakeup in your life, and you're kind of finding your footing, the two of you could really be like, you know, connecting with one another. I mean, I know when I first met my boyfriend, and this was years ago now, 2007, I had literally just moved out from my ex, just gotten out of really like difficult situation. And he had literally just come to like the country like a week before. And so he was far away from everything, all of his family. I was like going through a breakup. My family was all mad at me. So both of us were in this space where we were feeling kind of lost, but we just found each other. And there was something so comforting about finding somebody, you know, and connecting with somebody who was caring, somebody who was genuine, that also was going through this energy of just falling through space and not really knowing what was going to happen. But we had each other. And I feel like there could be something in this connection where you're drawn. If it was a different Tower, I would see it very differently. But this person could be very drawn to you because there's something about you, you know, in a time in their life that's been a, you know, bit of a shakeup that feels more genuine, that feels more right. I also have to say, and I'll pull clarifier, but for me, two of my readings, and I don't really get into these kind of energies a lot on YouTube just because, yeah, I won't even go into it. But when it comes to chemistry, intensity, the Devil energy and the Tower are two energies when it comes to a romantic connection that you can fall so hard for somebody, it turns your whole world upside down. Like, I know that, and I know, you know, you're looking at these energies being like, oh, that's so negative. How could you even say that? You know, but love does turn your world upside down. And the way these two people are drawn together, I know when I fell in love with my boyfriend, like I said, I was going through a breakup. My family was like mad at me, like it was crazy. And here I meet this guy. We didn't even speak the same language, but we were so drawn to each other in order to really be together. Both our worlds had to shake up. People were, you know, annoyed with it. It was just like, but that chemistry, that draw was so strong. It was like, it didn't matter if it turned the world upside down. We just want to be around each other more. So there's definitely that. Like there could be some real intense chemistry here. But like I said, this is kind of where your person's at, you know, coming towards you. So they could be going through a big change. Somebody could have just gone through a big move or a job change. But wow. Clarifying that, we have the Queen of Wands. Aries energy, again, could be significant, kind of beautiful energy, like somebody finding themselves through the process of some sort of big change and is ready for new things. They're ready for some excitement. They're ready for some fun. This is so spontaneous. Could be somebody who got out of like a toxic or, you know, karmic or controlling thing that is like, you know what, I'm ready for some lighthearted energy. I'm ready to have some good times. I'm ready to take my life into my own hands. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for fun. Like the Queen of Wands is so spontaneous. 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Virgo energy could be significant, but I have to say with the Hermit, 9 of Pentacles, this is somebody, you know, could be single, maybe newly single or independent, but it's like they're feeling confident enough in their own energy, like little by little after something, that they are really feeling more ready with the Queen of Wands, more excited and more ready for love. Could be somebody very attracted to you, drawn to you, and looking for something fun and spontaneous. So the next one is your energy. Now, once you meet, get together, how do you connect? How do you spend time together? What's it like when the two of you are together? What is your energy together? What is your energy together? Ace of Pentacles. Look at this. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy could be significant, but there's something about this connection. I swear, even with all this intensity, there's something about the two of you that just clicks, that makes sense, getting together, you know, seeing each other, connecting, talking, and, you know, could be something completely new, but, or, you know, somebody coming towards you in a completely new way, maybe with an offer. But this is the cornerstone of the 10 of Pentacles. This is a new beginning that is stable, that is genuine, that is very positive. Maybe you've both faced some shakeups, and now both of you are ready for something that a little more earthy, a little more grounded. This could be somebody that, you know, really grounds you a little bit, and it makes me think my oldest daughter is a Gemini, and she just got engaged, and they put up this beautiful video because they like to hike and go in the mountains, and I shared that on Patreon too, and they just got back from Hawaii, but they love doing earthy things together. They love camping. They love going to the, you know, to the shore, and, you know, and just being in the earth and cooking and planting things, you know, and there could be something about this, like something about this person that is fun. Could even be a little outdoorsy, but there's gratitude here. This Ace of Pentacles always reminds me a little bit of Thanksgiving. So there could be some real gratitude, like real positive energy, like you're glad that you've met. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Wands here. Libra, Leo energy could be significant. It feels like both of you could have a little bit of a guarded energy because there seems to be some healing going on here. But the 7 of Wands is positive. It's saying no to things that don't serve so you can say yes to what is really right. So let's get a clarifier for that Ace of Pentacles, how you spend your time, together. Spirit, why do we have the Ace of Coins? I just feel like anything is possible. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at this. Clarified by the Tower. Once again, could be a little bit of earth-shattering chemistry here with the Tower coming in twice. But the Ace of Coins clarified by the Tower, it feels to me like there's something about this connection. There's something that feels stable. There's something that feels hopeful. There's something that feels new after some pretty major shakeups. And it seems like the two of you are drawn to each other because you're both kind of over, you know, past things, and really could have cleared some major karma in your life coming up to this, you know, up to this connection. So the next one, as I said, brand new reading, our expression. How do you express your feelings and emotions? How do you express your feelings and emotions? I'm going to get a card for you and a card for your person because we all express our feelings and emotions differently. So we're going to get you. How does Gemini express feelings and emotions? How does this person connected to or coming towards? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to look at this real quick. Just want to show you this energy because your person has the 5 of Cups, which is somebody who's a little discouraged here, but still hoping for a possibility. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. And when I get that card out, I feel like there's energies like just brewing under the surface, even though this person is discouraged and maybe there has been a breakup. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is that slow mover there. The Strength card, somebody who really could be finding their strength. The World card, somebody who feels this connection to you no matter where you're at, you know, even if you're somewhere else in the world. And with the Two of Cups, there is that energy of somebody who really is open to falling in love and exploring love. Cancer energy, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, all represented here, could be significant. But even though I see, you know, I just had to show you this because even though I see this kind of discouraged energy here and how they're expressing emotions, there is a lot of hope, but it feels like a little bit of a process. It definitely could be a strong connection. So how you express your feelings and emotions, very interesting. We have the Hierophant energy. Taurus energy, again, could be significant, but I have to say, Gemini, with you leading with the Empress and the Hierophant, some of you are ready for something. You're ready to explore something. You're ready to move towards it, but it's right back to that energy of it's got to feel right. The Hierophant energy is definitely, like for me, it can be a potential commitment. It can be the energy of wanting to do things in the right way, in the right time. It can be the energy of wanting to bring something out into the open. Like for me, sometimes it represents marriage, which for me is more metaphorical, like just letting everybody in your world know you're together. This is your person. And it feels like, you know, you really want to do things right. And maybe because of some things you've been through in the past. But let's go ahead and see. Spirit, why do we have the Hierophant for how Gemini expresses emotion? Queen of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cancer energy, again, Scorpio, Pisces could be significant. But look at this energy. This is somebody who knows their heart. This is very intuitive. This is someone who is open, who is ready for love. You know, this is somebody who has the potential to be very expressive. But I feel like the Hierophant is always a little bit serious. And for the fact that it's clarified by this Queen of Cups, it's like, yes, I'm willing to explore this, express this, see what can happen. But once again, it's got to feel right. I want something that I feel like I can really, you know, look at the potential of. If I'm going to open my heart, I got to feel like this is going someplace. Your person and how they express their emotions is the Five of Cups. Scorpio energy could be significant, but this is always my energy. It's a little like crying over spilt milk, which is such a silly little, you know, way to say it because there's so much more depth to it than that. But somebody who is like a little disappointed, a little frustrated, maybe feeling guilty about some things from the past, maybe that relationship, you know, that they got out of, or some things they dealt with from the past, or maybe even something that happened between the two of you. They're kind of in that mode of like, woulda, shoulda, coulda, maybe I should have said this, maybe I should have done that. And they're looking at, you know, the disappointments. They could even be thinking, you know, I've been in connections, I've got my hopes up and it's just not worked out. And so they're feeling discouraged, disappointed. And yet look at what we have here. There's this beautiful castle off in the distance, and there's this water here, and there's this little pathway. It feels like, for me, the castle always represents the union when it comes to tarot, the connection, that one. And there is like sort of like this bridge across the water, like somebody who knows, you know, if they do want something to work, they're going to have to face their emotions and feelings. They're just not sure. And I'll pull a clarifier if it's possible, or even if they have a chance. We've got that Two of Cups here. The potential of the connection, and it's clear they're hoping for that with the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck energies for me are something that somebody is feeling, something they're aware of, but they just haven't acted on yet. They're hoping for this. They could even be hoping that you feel for them what they feel for you, but they're struggling to believe it's possible right now. And let's just go ahead and get a little insight. Spirit, why do we have the Five of Cups? Why do we have the Five of Cups for this person? Whoa, we got the Emperor. Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Leo energy. Somebody could surprise you, message you, communicate towards you, come towards you. A lot of attraction, a lot of interest. We've got our Five of Cups clarified by the Emperor. Aries energy could be significant. Some of you with the Emperor and the Empress can be dealing with a strong soul connection, soulmates, twin flames, things like that. Doesn't have to be, but I just mention it when I see it. There is this sense, though, I have to say, Gemini, when you anchor in the energy of the Emperor and the Empress, you attract that energy from another. And I feel like maybe some of you have been doing your inner work, have been processing, have been recognizing your value, because you really are attracting in someone that is a match. But with this Five of Cups clarified by the Emperor, it feels to me like somebody's still a little disappointed about the way some things went. Once again, maybe between you, maybe something else in their life, but it is somebody, I feel like, that if they're going to turn and move towards this Two of Cups with this Emperor energy, they want to do it right. This is somebody who also wants to be sure. This is somebody who could be focused, who could be dedicated, who could be determined, who could be very driven. This is somebody who could be feeling more sure by the minute, even though they're a little discouraged, maybe even disillusioned when it comes to love. There's something about you, this connection, meeting you, that is bringing out a better side, a more confident side to this person. And I really like that. And I feel like connections can do that. I think different people will bring out different sides of you. So I think this person might take a little time to warm up, but I feel like once they're sure, this is somebody who is focused, dedicated, driven, beautiful energy. Okay. Expectations, desires, and intentions. We're going to get your expectations, desires, and intentions when it comes to love, and your person's expectations, desires, intentions. Spirit, what? Oh my goodness. Okay, we just had one come out for you, and it just sort of jumped out in like the middle. Okay, it almost like turned upside down, but then it went upright. I feel like you could really be trying to move beyond some kind of challenging energy. Okay, your person, intentions, expression. For you, we got the Five of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Okay, it just jumped out of my hand and turned in reverse, which was interesting because I couldn't really tell the way it was like flipping inside the deck, if it was upright or reverse. I'm going to kind of read both because we're seeing both of these energies, and we'll get a clarifier. Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy could be significant. Again, a lot of that showing up here. If you have strong Taurus in your chart or dealing with a Taurus, you might want to check that reading. But the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I do have to say, is better than that Five of Pentacles upright. You could have faced something, or you could even be dealing with a connection, with somebody that maybe hasn't been really expressing their emotions, or communicating what they're feeling or their hopes, because they have been feeling kind of discouraged about some things, and could be making you feel kind of out there too. I don't feel like it has so much to do with you, though. It's like their things that they're processing, but there definitely could be some things. If there's been miscommunication, or if there's just been some disappointments in the past, that you're struggling to believe that things could get better or more could be possible. The thing about the Five of Pentacles is this window represents, for me in a love reading, the union, the connection, the love, everything that the universe is wanting to give you. Could even be somebody who's specifically thinking about you, coming towards you. It's all the good things we desire and deserve, but when you're kind of wrapped up in that energy, it's a little similar to this Five of Cups, but it's a little different too. But it's hard to see the good things that are still standing, and the good things the universe is wanting to offer you when you're kind of looking at the things that aren't really there. Now, this card was spinning. Some of you could be coming out of that energy. You could be really realizing, you know what? Yeah, maybe things haven't gone so well in the past, but I'm ready for more. I'm ready for love. I'm ready to explore things. And I know that I deserve something. I know that I deserve to be treated right. I know I deserve somebody who shows up right. Yeah, clarifying, oh my goodness, that Five of Pentacles, which flipped into reverse. We've got the Knight of Wands, which was interesting because that Knight of Wands kind of came out a little with this Five of Cups for your person because it was on the bottom of the deck, and then the Emperor came out. I feel like that with the Knight of Wands energy here, There could definitely be somebody you're attracted to or interested in. If not now, definitely in the near future coming towards you. It can be a lot of, it can be a lot of passion. It can be a lot of good conversation. It can be exciting. It can be something that can be a little bit of a whirlwind, kind of moving quick, But I feel like the Knight of Wands, it's like you don't necessarily have to know everything, where it's going to go, what it's going to happen. It's like you want to explore things. You want to experience things, and you want to take a chance. And there, for me, the Knight of Wands, there can be so much chemistry and so much attraction to one another. It kind of helps you forget about some of the things from the past and to just take a chance, maybe a chance that you weren't really sure about taking before. Your person, their intentions, desires, expectations is the Eight of Pentacles. Virgo energy could be significant here, but I have to say this is a very positive energy. This is somebody who really does want to, explore something, put in the time, put in the energy, see something through, see where it can go. It is somebody, who I feel like for me, like the Eight of Pentacles energy in a relationship is somebody who they know it's worth. They know the connection, and what they're feeling is worth what it takes to bring things together. It's kind of like, especially like when you're falling for somebody and maybe your schedules are crazy. Like I was a single parent going through divorce when I met my boyfriend, and he was like really new in this country. He was working doubles all the time, and we were crazy about each other, but it was like the time just didn't exist. And we would both meet up. We were both waiting tables, and we would both meet up in the middle of the night after work at 1 o'clock in the morning, just spend a couple hours together, even though, both of us had to be back up pretty early in the morning because we were just so drawn to each other. And I feel like that is the energy of realizing, whatever it takes to go all in is worth it, because it's just so worth it to be around that person. And this is somebody who does want to, see things through. Eight of Pentacles is incredibly positive. Spirit, why do we have the Eight of Pentacles and this person's intentions? Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got the Death and Rebirth. I swear this Death and Rebirth came out in Taurus for this clarifier in the same spot. I'm almost positive. Scorpio energy could be significant, but this is not just a death card, it's a death and rebirth card. It's a release so that you're ready for something new. I feel like in a sense with this Eight of Pentacles clarified by this, this death energy, this death and rebirth energy, this is somebody coming towards you or connected to you, thinking about you, whatever the case, different for all of you, but somebody that might want to do things differently. Maybe they do feel discouraged and disappointed because things didn't work out in the past. Maybe they feel like they could have done better in some sort of, past connection. And now they're meeting you, or they've met you, and they feel different, and they feel like this is, more intense and more important. And now it's like, what? I don't want to make the mistakes I did before. I want to do things differently. And so I really need to think about how that can be. So let's go ahead and see what is your potential. What is your potential together in this connection? My goodness, I just had a few cards jump out. And we have, wow, we have the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles that came out. Very interesting energies. And I will pull clarifiers before we talk too much about this, just to make sure we're looking at this correctly. Gemini, Capricorn energy could be significant, but clearly, we've got death and rebirth. We've got towers here. There's been some sort of painful ending. Something has been released once and for all. But when it comes to the Ten of Swords, it's the end of a painful cycle. It's the end of difficulties. It's the end of overthinking. It's the past in the past once and for all. Something, something that maybe was even stressful. And these swords are thoughts. So you have to, remember that. Overthinking, or maybe there's been silence or miscommunication. You're coming to the end of a cycle. So releasing something once and for all. And we have the Two of Pentacles, which is interesting. I'm like, I'm going to have to get clarifiers. I'm like, guys, what are you saying with the potential outcome? It's like, this can be like an ending, and this can be like making something work. So very interesting energies. Capricorn, as I said before, but with the Two of Pentacles, it's definitely finding balance. This is somebody who does have a lot on their plate, and it's funny that I mentioned that. Maybe could be having a lot of things you're dealing with. Maybe at times you do feel like you have to put your emotions and feelings in the background to prioritize and balance things. In a sense, though, this could be an end to like juggling or being juggled. It's like you're wanting to prioritize somebody who's going to prioritize you. But let's go ahead and see. Spirit, why do we have the Ten of Swords as the potential? And why do we have the Two of Pentacles? Okay. We've got the Ten of Swords clarified by the Nine of Pentacles here, which is interesting because this came up at the beginning. This Virgo energy could be significant. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's independent. It's somebody who's confident. It's somebody who is ready, you know, really for that Ten of Pentacles, for something lasting, something stable. You might decide, if you're dealing with something that's stressful, something that's toxic, you know, you might decide, I would rather be on my own than deal with something like that. If this is something you've recently ended or released once and for all, you could definitely be saying, you know what, I'm interested in this connection, but I also need my independence. I also need to do things in my own way. We got the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Swords. With this energy, there could be like really like a positive energy, a playfulness, a lighthearted energy with this connection, you know, making time for each other, coming together. But we also have a Nine of Swords, which is stressing and overthinking kind of energy. So if you're dealing with something where you feel like maybe somebody, you know, regardless of the connection, isn't really prioritizing you and the connection, maybe they've always got like all these different things going on. If it's causing you grief, if it's giving you stress, you could be deciding, you know what, I'm going to take my time about this. I'm going to, you know, release things once again, anything that's stressing me out, causing me pain, and going to just own my own energy. I'm going to be, you know, independent, and I'm going to, you know, possibly explore this, you know, see what can happen, maybe see them, maybe be around them a little bit, but you could be prioritizing your own energy a little bit here when it comes to this connection until you really, you know, decide what it is that you want and how you feel, because you're not going to go through, you know, putting up with anything that makes you feel honestly just bad about yourself for whatever reason. When people don't communicate for whatever reason, even if it has nothing to do with you, you know, or if they don't speak from the heart, it can make you question yourself. And I feel like you're done with that. And it's like, definitely, you know who you are, you know what you're holding space for. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one card. This is a love oracle I am creating. I am planning to put it into print, but I use this all the time, my personal readings, more on Patreon now, but I have a channeled love message that I have written for every single card in the tarot. It can give you an idea of what your person could be thinking and feeling about you that maybe they haven't said yet. So I'm going to pull one real quick. I will tell you before I do that, if you like the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would. If you're curious about my Patreon or personal readings, all of that is in the description box. So what could this person, somebody connected to you, coming towards Gemini, be thinking and feeling about them that maybe they haven't said yet? Wow, we have the Magician. I wished you into my life. My goodness. Interesting that we also have the Knight of Cups here. It was right next to it when I took it out, which is I'm falling for you and want to do or say something romantic to let you know how I feel. Scorpio energy. This came up, I think, for Aries here. But the Magician really is about, you know, setting intentions and creating something and recognizing what we want and that we have the ability to create any experience that we want. And I do believe that that happens in love. If you've got somebody, you know, that's bringing you nothing but stress or grief or, you know, frustration, you can take that time, have a little fun on your own, get into your own world, do some things that you love, set some intentions and manifest something, because somebody is wanting to manifest a connection with someone exactly like you. The card would not have come up if that wasn't the case. Magician, Aries, and Gemini energy specifically. I do feel like that person that we're looking for is looking for us. And even now, that person could be doing some intention setting, but there's definitely definitely that space of you feeling really good on your own to attract that in. So that is the message that I have for you. I know these readings are a little bit new, and I'm still learning how to kind of process and really get in the flow, but I think it's fun. Let me know if you enjoy this style of bonus message. I love you guys. I'll be bringing the You and Them Love readings for June next. Thank you so much.